Top weight, Cool Ground, Jimmy Frost rides. 2 Kilo Nabby, Red Cap, Alan Merrigan. 3 Stay on Tracks, Chris Grant. 4 Rubika, Mark Perrott. 5 Just So, Simon Burrows. 6 Plenty Crack is the man who Tim Reid. Just So, £2 overweight. Plenty Crack, £5 overweight. Number 7, Honey Beer Mead, Nick Mann. Number 8, David's Duky, Ken Hartnett claims to 7. Number 9 is Pampering, ridden by Lorcan Wire. Number 10, Carousel Rocket, Jason Callaghan. Number 11, Reaver's Lad, Bob Hodge claims 5. 12, Jucker Clubs, Nick Smith claims 3. And number 13, Magic Rain, ridden by Kenny Johnson, £2 overweight, and none the worse for that earlier fall. Here's how they bet.
And here's how they bet. Cool Ground, 2-to-1 favourite from 7-to-4. Rubika, 11-to-4 from 5-to-2. And Stay on Tracks, 4-to-1 from 3s. Honey Bear Mead, a 10-to-1 shot. And David's Duky, 14s and 16s. Just So on 16-to-1, along with Plenty Crack. Cologne Abbey is at 20s. Carousel Rocket and Pampering and Reaver's Lad, 33-to-1. And now Cool Ground, the favourite's gone to 9-to-4. Cool Ground, the 9-to-4 favourite, and they go 200-to-1 bar those.
The best of luck to them in over their extended 4-mile trip.
And they have 26 fences to jump as they go down towards the first. 5 open ditches, the water they take twice. This first is a plain, and they're all taking it safely. David Duky is the back marker, and it's Jack of Clubs who leads. Jack of Clubs setting the pace to Just So as they make the turn into the home straight for the first time. And the Dickens have a long way to go in this Tote Eider chase. And Just So and Jack of Clubs share the lead now to Pampering on the outside in a line of 3. Cool Ground is in the yellow sleeve jacket in about 5th place. Magic Rain's on the outside. Plenty Crack's not that far on the inside. Magic Rain, Plenty Crack on the outside. They take the second. That's the first ditch, and they've all taken it well. So they come down towards fence number 3. All these fences they jump in the home straight 3 times, so don't get too excited on this occasion, or indeed on the next. It's Jack of Clubs leading from Pampering, and on the outside Rubika taking quite a keen hold. He's third, sharing third. Just So on the inner, and then mid-division is Cool Ground. Also mid-division Plenty Crack. Honey Beer Mead the inside with Magic Rain, and they take the next one. And so the order as they come up to the water jump for the first time, having jumped 4, just under 22 to go, and it's Jack of Clubs on the inside of Just So and Rubika, followed by Pampering and Cool Ground, followed then by Plenty Crack, and on the inside Honey Beer Mead. These are attended by Reaver's Lad and Carousel Rocket and Stay on Tracks and David's Duky and Cologne Abbey. And just the back marker is Magic Rain as they take the 5th. Swing left-handed then and race away down to this stretch of the track where they have to jump 2 fences. And as they swing left-handed, it's Jack of Clubs leading. Jack of Clubs and Just So. Jack of Clubs and Just So from Cool Ground on the inside, with Plenty Crack racing wide with Rubika. And then in behind these comes Stay on Tracks, Cologne Abbey and Carousel Rocket. This is fence number 6. And slightly awkward jump by Carousel Rocket, nothing to get too excited about. Cool Ground at 5-2, Rubika 11-4, Stay on Track 7-2. That's the SPs in this race, and it's Rubika, the second favourite, who led there, and they've jumped 7 now, swing left-handed then. And it's Rubika leading. Rubika from Pampering, and on the inside Jack of Clubs, a length back to Cool Ground and Just So. And then behind these, racing wide, is Carousel Rocket, and they swing left-handed down towards fence number 8. And as they take it, no change. Magic Rain and Cologne Abbey are at the back. Come down towards the 9th. This is the ditch. And coming to it, it's Jack of Clubs and Rubika who share the lead. Jack of Clubs and Rubika from Plenty Crack, and then Pampering with Cool Ground on the inside as they take the next. And a little change amongst the leaders. Honey Beer Mead, David's Duky and Cologne Abbey, the back 3 now, as they head down towards the 11th. And it's Rubika showing the way. Rubika wide, Jack of Clubs, and on the inside Cool Ground as they take it. Leader safely over. And then Pampering in 4 and Just So in 5. Simon Burrow, who rides Just So, yet to complete in all his rides this week, is in 5th place at this stage. Plenty Cracks out wide, Reaver's Lad and Stay On Tracks just behind these, and they've jumped 12. They'll swing left-handed shortly and make their way into the home straight, and they'll shortly come down to about the halfway stage in this Tote Eider chase. And it's Cool Ground who's come through to share the lead with Rubika, who races wide. Cool Ground and Rubika, and then Pampering between these two, followed by Reaver's Lad, who's making a stride or two, and then on the outside Carousel Rocket in those yellow sleeves. Jack of Clubs is bang there, and they take this ditch, and there's little change in the order, and Callaghan Abbey the back marker, so they race down towards fence number 14. Rubika wide of Cool Ground and Just So, a line of 3 up front, and they take it as one. Pampering in 3rd place and 4th place, and then Carousel Rocket and Reaver's Lad. Plenty Crack, a horse with a noseband on the left of that picture. Just in behind these Jack of Clubs, David Duky, young Ken Hartnett really tucked in low on David's Duky. Bit of money for David's Duky, blue and white colours, just touching down in about 8th place there. And that'll be the last next time round. But all 13 are still in it, and there's only about 10 lengths between all of them. And John Oaksey, John Frankham, which would you like to be on at this stage?
Well, if I was Jimmy Frost, I'd be quite pleased with the route I'd steered, because this is a 4-mile, 1 furlong race, and Jimmy hasn't gone a yard further than he needs so far. Lovely pitch he's got on the inside on Cool Ground. Rubika is disputing the lead. There are only 3 of these who are in the handicap. That's Cool Ground, Callaghan Abbey and Stay On Tracks. And Stay On Tracks, the grey, is nicely placed just behind Cool Ground.
And Callaghan Abbey has been pulled up, John.
Yeah, he was probably just feeling the pinch. It's his first run for some time. Looks sound enough when he's been pulled up. And top weight Cool Ground, he's been jumping adequately, hasn't been meeting them quite right so far. Maybe the ground's not quite soft enough for him, just gets in close, and you just see there nodded, made a mistake at that fence. But I'm quite happy with me each way bet David Duke, he's going all right, and so is Just So, the horse in front.
Jack of Clubs has pulled up. This is the 18th, and Carousel Rocket is a faller there. Carousel Rocket, Rubika leading on the outside of Just So, with Cool Ground on the inside. The grey Stay On Tracks is getting closer, and then Reaver's Lad with red sleeves. Honey Beer Mead, haven't given that one too many calls. That's bang there on the outside. David's Duky on to the inner, followed then by Pampering and Plenty Crack. But the leader's quite closely grouped, and they've got 8 more to jump. And they come to take this one with Cool Ground in the firing line with Rubika and Reaver's Lad. And old Stay On Tracks, the grey, is in the National, the grey. Stay On Tracks. Honey Beer Me, the horse with a noseband on the outside. Just a little bit awkward there, Honey Beer Me. That was a ditch. Go to the middle fence on the far side. This is the 10th. And it's Rubika and Cool Ground. David's Duky in blue and white colours, just getting a bit closer, touching down in 3rd. And Rubika all but went there. And Mark Perry did particularly well to keep that one in the race. Magic Rain has been pulled up. It's Cool Ground leading. The Fallen Jockey's okay. It's Cool Ground leading from Just So, who's through in the 2nd, and then David's Duky, a winner in Ireland prior to this season, is in 3rd place. Didn't jump that one as quickly as some of the others. Stay On Tracks in 4, Pampering 5, and they're really starting to stretch now. Stamina at a premium from here on in. 3/4 of a mile to go. 1 more fence to take on the far side. 4 out that. Cool Ground, the top weight. What a big performance by this horse. Win, lose or draw at this stage, and going well, Cool Ground, with Just So on the outside. David's Duky and young Ken Hartnett getting into contention. Stay On Tracks ridden along in 4th place, and they're 10 to 12 clear of Pampering and Reaver's Lad and Rubika and Honey Beer Mead and Plenty Cracks are concentrating on the leading quartet. David's Duky, blue and white colours on the outside of Just So. Cool Ground on the inner, that's the last ditch. Jumped it well. Stay On Tracks is coming with a run there. The chasing group, they're out of it. Bar Danger to the front 4, who are going to be lying across the track as they come down to the 2nd last, and the Tote Eider. On the left, David's Duky, the blue cap, that's Stay On Tracks, the grey. And Cool Ground, a mistake there. Very tired horse now. They've got over 1/4 of a mile to go. And David's Duky nearest to us, and Ken Hartnett going well. Chris Grant on Stay On Tracks, the far side ridden along. Just So in 3rd. third place. They come down towards the final fence, and David's Duky comes to take it, reaches for it, gets away with it. Stay on Tracks in second, back in third is Just So. They're a long way clear of Cool Ground, who jumped the last safely, and as they go to the line, David's Duky in the lead. Stay on Tracks and Just So both closing. It's David's Duky and Just So the far side, and it's David's Duky and Just So. David's Duky just holds on. Just So second again. Stay on Tracks in third. A big gap to Rubika in four, and then behind Rubika came Pampering, who beat Cool Ground, who all but pulled up because right at the dying stages, Plenty Crack beat Cool Ground, a back end, gap end to Reaver's Lad, and so the result 16-1. The winner of this, the Tote Eider chase, number 8 on the card, in the colours of Mr. Andrew Reid, trained by him, ridden by Ken Hartnett, 16-1 shot winner of the Eider chase. Second horse home, number 5, Just So. Third horse home, number 3, Stay on Tracks. And where stamina was at a premium, this horse who'd won races in Ireland, Honeybee and Mid, I'm being told, has been pulled up. This horse, this 10-year-old who had won races in Ireland a couple of seasons ago, has come good here. David's Duky, half a length, 3 parts of a length of the good over Just So, who was ridden by Simon Barrow. That'll please Simon. Hadn't got round in the races in which he'd participated so far this week. Third horse home, Stay on Tracks, didn't do his national prospects any harm at all. And Cool Ground, well, this extra half mile and this big weight and testing conditions just saw him out. There's our winner, number 8, David Duky.
First, number 8, David's Duky, 16-1. Second, number 5, Just So, 16-1 again. And third, number 3, Stay on Tracks at 7-2. Number 1, Cool Ground, was the 5-2 favourite. The Tote paid £17.20 the win. The place is £2 exactly, £3.30 and £1.70. The dual forecast going to £102.60, the CSF to £211.97, and the tri-cast to £996.15 and 13 round.